Hi, I am Jamaludheen. I am a consciousness researcher trying to understand how do our mind works and how do the consciousness works through neuroscience and ancient wisdom. Today we are trying to see how does we understand in the mind and what happens in the brain wave when we understand, and what are the things which influences the quality of understanding in the mind. So to demonstrate that, I will be doing a real-time mental health assessment, and I will be doing a biofeedback to improve my efficiency of understanding uh, by connecting MUSE EEG device to MindFitness System. So let's see how does our mind works to understand things. So this is the MindFitness system, and we are trying to connect MUSE through Bluetooth to MindFitness System. So I am doing here a real-time mental health assessment. So it's a 5-minute session. I'm beginning the session. I will be doing open eye, and first 1 minute I'll be trying to be as normal as I am, and after looking into the result I will try to get the biofeedback through audio, and by looking into the rhythm of the wave, and by looking into the text indication according text indication of my mind status. And after that I'll explain what happened and what is the subjective experience during that session, and training the mind to reach that particular clarity of understanding in the mind. So let's begin. I'm pressing start session here. We have completed the session. This is the real-time brainwave graph for this session, and we want to see how can we understand in its most clarity. So this is how understanding happened during this session. So what we are seeing here is the power spectral density of the brainwave frequency band associated with understanding. So what we seeing here is how was the power of understanding throughout the session. So you can see it was having a rhythm, and sometimes it's going high, sometimes it's going low. So the power at which the understanding was working in the brain compared to other mind functions. So our conscious mind functions are how do we think, how do we reason, and how do we understand. So if to understand something in its perfect coherent way, you need to think in a right way, and you need to reason in the right way, then only you will be able to understand. So when an information comes to your mind, first you use it to think, then you build a reason on that thought, then from that reason and from that thought you understand. So that is what happening in the microseconds in the mind, and that is exactly what is visible in the brain waves as well. So how did we use the frequency associated with understanding is what gives us a hint how is our the process of understanding working in the mind. So in the brainwave, the approach of mind fitness is that we look into the brain waves frequencies associated with mind functions. That is the unique proposition of mind fitness system, and we are the first to understand what are the brainwave frequency in the brainwave frequency ranges associated with mind functions like thinking, cognition, emotion, attention. We have found 13 different mind functions or mental dimensions at which the brain works or the mind works. We are trying to understand what is the process of understanding in the mind, and how is it affected by other things. So today my mind is very calm, and because of that I was able to do 92% understanding. So how did we derive this? So the first thing in the mind which indicates the clarity of its functioning is the wandering. How much time your mind is wandering or your brainwave is wandering, that is directly proportional to your efficiency. If your mind is wandering, it shows inefficiency, because in the brainwave the best way to work is a grounded mind, or the brainwave which works in the uh, coherent position of the brain is the efficient way of working. If the brain waves are actually shifting like right and left or front and back or up and down, it all shows consumption of more energy, and it all shows the incoherent way of working. So the mind fitness system has an algorithm which detects the wandering of frequency band associated with understanding, and by looking into how much percentage of wandering is there during this particular session, we can identify the clarity of understanding. So in this session there was only 5 percentage wandering. That is very normal condition. And the next parameter to check how is a person understanding in the brainwave is to look into the real-time brainwave and identify how much unstable is this brainwave frequency band associated with a particular mind function. In our case, it was the process of understanding. So by looking into this real-time brainwave frequency, we identified that it was 19 percentage unstable, which is actually little concerned way. So if the how much you can keep your brain waves stable, that much it is efficient. So these two features gives an idea that how that particular mind function is working by looking into the brainwave. This is a very unique approach of looking into the brainwave to find the efficiency, and mind fitness is the first to identify, and this method is inspired by the ancient wisdom of Egypt on awakening the consciousness by looking into the subjective experience. So the ancient masters explained in their literatures that if you have mind wandering, it actually explains inefficiency. If you are having instability, it explains inefficiency. And if the other feature that we are looking in mind fitness system is how much time there is breach of order. And there was no breach of order, there's zero breach of order. If there was any breach of order, there would have here that would have come. So what does it mean by breach of order is I will explain. So to look into the subjective experience to identify whether a person is understanding in a right way, we have to see how is the mind function related with understanding is functioning. So understanding is one of the main lower conscious function. So the mind functions associated with understanding are thinking and reasoning. So these are the brainwave frequencies which is linked with a conscious lower conscious mind function: thinking, reasoning, and understanding. So here we can see thinking. reasoning and understanding. So here we are trying to see if there is any breach of order. So um, in the brainwave, the other feature which is very important to identify inefficiency or incoherences in the operation of mind is to see if there is any breach of order between this frequency range of associated with a particular mind function. So thinking is the first order in the mind. Second order is reasoning, and the third order is understanding. So if thinking goes above understanding, it's a breach of order. If reasoning goes above understanding, it's a breach of order. So if you have any disorder in the mind, the literal word itself, disorder means any mind function losing its order and breaching and going above or below its particular position is what it is actually disorder means. So if you have a overthinking disorder, the thinking will be so powerful in the subjective experience of a person who is going through overthinking. His thinking will be so much powerful, unstable and wandering. It will actually go above his understanding level. So literally we can see when a person is going through overthinking disorder, the frequency band associated with thinking will go above all other related functions, and that is another feature where we can understand if a person is having any mental health disorder or not. So by looking these three, how is wandering, how is the stability, and how is the order, we can calculate the efficiency of functioning of the mind. So by calculating how he is thinking, how he is reasoning, and how he is understanding, we can find the calmness score, or how efficient is the lower conscious mind of a person. So in my case, I was 93% calm, and because of my regular meditation and my regular training with MindFitness System, I am skillful to bring calmness when I require. And the skill of building calmness is actually a very easy thing to learn. What you need to do is, you need to avoid wandering, you need to build a stability in the mind, and you need to make sure you in the mind you follow your order. That means your thoughts should never, thinking process should never overpower the other functions, your reasoning should not overpower the other functions, your understanding should not overpower other functions. So if you would have overpowered the other functions, it would have come here. If you had thinking disorder, overthinking disorder, it would have come here. If you had anxiety, it would have come here. If you would have judgmental issues, it would have come here. So I will show you one other. So I am showing you one file where one documented file where I was going through immense stress, and it was recorded. So I will show you during this session I was 62% stressful, and that means only 38% calm. I was going through some of the most stressful documentation of my mind. So in this I had, if you see, the main issue was I was overthinking. So compared to this coherent state, we can see there is no mental health condition at all. So when we are stressful, severely in the disorder of overthinking, anxiety or judgmental issues, we're fully stressful, our mind is in full disorder. That means here you can see the thinking actually is more powerful than reasoning and understanding. Actually it's a you can see the red one is thinking, and the second one, the orange, is reasoning, and the green is understanding here. So it has become reverse. That means you're thinking in such a powerful, and you're using a lot of energy to think, which is exhausting yourself. And because of the brain waves, or the mind is working in the disordered way, the mind is working inefficiently, and it is not working in its best form. And because of that, we have, like, because of thinking is too much and lot of wandering also happening, and there is a lot of negativity also, incoherent thinking, then we have 70 percentage of overthinking, anxiety, and judgmental issues. So to understand in a coherent way, you should keep your mind least wandered, stable, and you should keep the order in the mind. So a person who is calm and very still in his mind is able to understand things in the best way. So that is why a calm mind always understands deeper, and that is the importance of keeping your mind calm. A calm mind is the entry into your uh, deeper subconscious mind. A calm person can understand things better, he can become aware of things better, he can feel and sense things better, he is more conscious actually. So to keep your understanding clear, the things that you should uh, least wandered in the mind, you should avoid all mind wanderings related to, you should not judge your past and future, you should be in the present moment, you should be grounded, and you should try to be stable, you should not excite your understanding with any judgmental things. You should keep your mind still, and you should keep the order, you should not have any overthinking or anxiety. So if you avoid all these and keep your mind very calm, you will have the most efficient way of understanding things. I hope this explanation gives an idea about how our mind works. And if you are a person trying to improve your mind through biofeedback and to build calmness into your mind, you can try out MindFitness System, and you can try either the guided sessions, or you can try uh, with MUSE EEG and connect with the MindFitness System and try out various courses. Or if you are a mental health professional who want to try MindFitness System and MUSE for real-time mental health assessment of your clients, you can try MindFitness System for 7 days. And I hope the insight that I shared from my experiences with neuroscience and ancient wisdom can enlighten people, and can make people more conscious and self-aware. And I hope this video helps you to build clarity in the process of understanding. And I'll be sharing more insights about mind, consciousness, and neuroscience. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.